This is a topic that's near and dear to me in a way. We're ranking the top 10 power forwards in the NBA as of right now, going into next season. A lot of stuff is factored into these lists. I feel like we never really talk about that, but I'm gonna just get into it. We're going off of my list today. Um, yeah, so we can just get into it. Y'all ready?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right. At 10, I have Laurie Markkinen. At 9, I have Kristaps Porzingis. At 8, I have Evan Mobley. At 7, I have Carl Anthony Towns. At 6, I have Jaren Jackson Jr. At 5, I have Julius Randle. At 4, I have Pascal Siakam. At 3, I have Zion Williamson. At 2, I have Anthony Davis. And at 1, I have Giannis.
Listen, man, I just feel like I, for me, like in my top 30 players, I always look at when we do these lists. I got Jaren Jackson Jr. over Julius Randle. He just won Defensive Player of the Year. He's probably one of the most impactful defenders in the NBA outside of like Bam, Anthony Davis, and Draymond Green. Like his impact on defense is immeasurable. When he was out for those first 2 weeks of the season, they were like the top 20 defense. As soon as he gets to the lineup, they top 2, top 3 in the NBA. Like his impact on defense as a roamer, he's good on the perimeter. He can switch. He can get around screens, stuff like that. He's good in isolation as well. I feel like that just puts him over Julius Randle, who is a playoff dropper. Who, yes, he just averaged what 27, we got 25, 7 and 7 or something like that.
25, 10, and 5.
25-10.
25 and 10,
25, 10, and 4.
25, 10 and 4, all NBA season again. But in the playoffs, he is absolutely terrible. Every time the moment gets up there, he's trash. And I feel like I value that anchor ability to transform our defense. And we've seen Jaren take strides on offense this year as he still got to get that 3-point shot going. But he definitely took strides on offense this year. And so I'd rather have Jaren Jackson Jr. personally.
Or was he hurt? Was Julius Randle bad in the playoffs, or was he hurt?
We don't give other people passes for being hurt in the playoffs. We don't. And
That's not
also,
true.
I don't. Have we done it up here? Because we don't. We don't give other people.
Who gets passes for being hurt in the playoffs?
Oh no, you actually did.
Gave who?
You Tatum.
He got hurt the first play of the fucking game.
We don't get passes, buddy. We don't get passes.
We don't get passes.
We didn't give a pass to Jimmy. We didn't give a pass to Jimmy.
Yeah, we don't get passes, bro. I don't know. And first of all, we don't act like Julius Randle when he was in the Knicks the first time. He wasn't terrible, and he's just an ISO.
The first time.
The first
in the playoffs.
Yes, his first time in the playoffs against the Hawks. He was terrible. He was trash. He was terrible. Julius Randle is
scary. My boy.
When he gets to the playoffs, he's an inefficient ISO scorer that cannot play make, and all he really does is check up shots and get to the rim and try to get foul calls. But like, I would definitely 10 times out of 10 rather have Triple J over Julius Randle. For the rest of your list,
I feel like roles matter, bro. Like the offense is being ran through him. Jaren Jackson isn't the number one scorer on his team. He's not the number one option. So I feel like roles do matter. I understand the defensive impact that Jaren Jackson Jr. brings, but you have to keep in mind roles. Julius Randle came off with 25, 10, and 4 season, all NBA season. So I feel like when you factor that in, you have to put him over Jaren Jackson Jr.
Julius Randle was basically a number one option. JJJ is a third option on his team.
Thank you. That's what I was saying. I don't know why Max is making that dumbass.
That's an offense.
Why shouldn't move anybody? Marcus Smart was a top 30 player last year.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. That's not the same. His defensive player of the year was not the same as Marcus Smart's. He had a lot more impact on Memphis defense than Marcus Smart.
Max, I don't know why. I don't know why you just said that. I don't know why you making that, bro. Like I just said,
you're just saying the word roles, hoping it sticks, and then just saying randoms like I don't know what you mean. Like you're just saying because he's not the number one option right now. It's Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's the best player in the
playoffs. In the playoffs, but before that, he was number one option.
That's not I'm sorry. You couldn't tell that the whole season. You couldn't tell
Brunson is the best player in that basketball team
whole season. Who was the lone All-Star, All-NBA player on the New York Knicks?
Who led them out of the first round? When it mattered, who led them out of the first round?
Yeah, sorry, he was injured. He was literally coming.
Jalen Brunson is better. Jalen Brunson is better than Julius Randle.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but
we didn't see that. We didn't see that until
there is a real gap because of the playoffs. It's a gap.
We didn't see that. We didn't see that till the playoffs, bro.
Like you
Getting them
literally
to the
didn't see
playoffs,
that.
Julius
What are you
Randle was
talking
something.
about? Julius Randle is terrible in the playoffs, and Jalen Brunson is amazing. The last two playoff runs, we saw him in Dallas be amazing.
That's
We saw him
fair,
as number one
bro.
option, and the Knicks be amazing. He's better than Julius Randle. Definitive.
That's
It's not a
fair,
question.
bro.
He's a
Bro,
playoff
that's
dropper. He
fair.
sucks in the
It's
Nobody-
playoffs.
literally not definitive. And all this season, you cannot tell if Jalen Brunson was better than Julius Randle all season. You literally
In the
couldn't tell
regular
that.
season.
In the
regular
playoffs, the
season.
playoffs is a gap. The playoffs, I just said the
You're
playoffs is a
lying,
gap.
bro.
The playoffs is
I
a gap, is it not?
I don't think anybody is disputing that. But for me personally,
He says not definitive.
there's
It's
just-
definitive.
It's not.
It is.
bro, I'm saying I can agree with you. Jalen Brunson was a better player in the playoffs. But
Thank you.
before all of that, Julius Randle was the first option. He was the number one option. I don't think that's debatable. And that matters. A first
It's
option
not.
and then a third going against a third option, bro. That's totally different, bro.
You were talking about
I get the
offense.
I
You're
get
talking
the
about
defensive
offense.
prowess, bro.
You're
I
talking
get
about
that.
offense,
I
bro.
understand that. I understand, bro. I understand.
Yeah, number one
But you
option
have
on
to
defense.
Duh. So he's talking about offense. So I don't. The number one
Yeah,
option, and number three option thing is
number
not.
one option.
It's not really like, you know what I'm saying? Because when we talk about, let's say Bam Adebayo, and Bam Adebayo is the second option on the Heat, and you want to say that Julius Randle's better than him, like because of his defensive impact, because of his playmaking. Jaren don't got the playmaking aspect of it, but like we're not gonna just come out the window just because he's a third option, he's not better than Julius Randle. Julius Randle is terrible in the playoffs. I'm not about to keep overlooking that. He's a playoff dropper. He stinks. He stinks. His plays inefficient.
This year,
Huh?
JJJ was great in the playoffs this year.
He was good. He was good on the offense. He was guarding Anthony Davis. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's Anthony Davis. He was Anthony Davis.
All right, so
we giving out
Julius
qualifiers.
Randle.
Huh?
So you giving out qualifiers? Yeah, he was going against Anthony Davis. I don't know what to tell you.
He was good in the playoffs.
No,
He was
no.
good.
You see,
No,
he
he
only
He was bad.
He-
He was worse than Julius Randle. No, he was not.
He was
Q. I know you're new here, but I do know you know Latif for a little bit since the Discord. But what Latif likes to do is he changes his arguments to fit his agendas. So if it doesn't
Every
fit his
time
agenda,
argument.
he'll like to switch
Every
things up.
time.
Yes, you do, bro. Yes,
I was
you do.
saying, bro, I was, bro. Come on now. Why would I just say it's Anthony Davis? Like I was trolling, bro. Like
yes,
come on now. He played better than He's played better than Julius Randle in the playoffs. I can tell you that.
Bro.
I can tell you that. He played better than Julius Randle. He definitely did.
Jared Jackson.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Exactly.
Jaren Jackson was definitely better. He averaged more points in the playoffs than Julius Randle this year. Similar rebounds, was far better defensively.
Max, nobody said that he wasn't better than him in the playoffs.
I'm just saying.
So what are we really talking
the
about?
idea where Q was saying, was Jaren Jackson Jr. better? No, like, yeah, he definitely was better. It's not even a question. And he was playing against Anthony Davis, who was better than anybody that New York was playing in the first round or the second round. It doesn't matter. So I don't know. I don't get it. And I'm looking at whatever. Jalen Brunson is more efficient. We're not even getting this in debate. More efficient, more win shares, better PER. The only thing that
Nobody's arguing that Jalen Brunson was a better player in the playoffs.
there's
I'm
still
simply-
Playoffs, he's a
simply
better
saying-
player in general. He's a better player in general. Let's not
I
do the
didn't
playoffs
think-
thing.
I'm
He's a better player in
simply
general.
saying, I'm
He's a better
simply,
player in general.
bro, Max, I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but you're actually throwing me off. This
I'm
isn't a
just like-
Jalen Brunson versus Julius Randle comp. Bro. Like,
That's
I'm
what
not doing that.
I'm literally just bringing it back
I'm
to it. I
telling
don't
you,
get what this thing is.
the reason-
Rolls. I don't think he's the number one scorer.
Thank you.
I
That
still
makes
think
sense. What are we
Rolls
talking about?
is the
The
number
reason
two
why I
option.
put Julius, bro.
I'm using what you're talking about.
He was
The
number one
reason
option.
why
He
I'm
was the
putting
number one
Julius
option in the
Randle over Jaren Jackson Jr. is because Julius Randle is the first option on his team, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is.
Bro, that's literally false. Stop doing that. Don't come up here lying. That's literally false. Jalen Brunson is not the number one option for the Knicks.
What I'm trying to tell you is I got
No,
Jalen Brunson.
I said Julius Randle. Or are you talking about T?
I'm saying Jalen Brunson.
Oh,
I'm talking to Max. Jalen Brunson all year was not the number one option for the Knicks. That just did not happen.
thank you. We saw the difference in the playoffs for sure. Like that's where they separated themselves. But this isn't a Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson comp. Like I don't know what we're getting into right now.
Could we get into the rest of your list? Can you give me that back half again?
Yeah, I was about to ask you. So it sounds like that's like your only gripe since you were going so hard.
No.
with that.
No. Some
I
of
think-
it is.
I think-
I'm gonna quickly run through it again. 10, I have Laurie. 9, I have Kristaps. 8, I have Mobley. 7, I have Cat.
Stop. 10.
Mobley hasn't showed any offensive progression.
No.
bro.
I'm not
Like,
talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
I think Laurie should be higher.
Thank you. Laurie should be higher than Kristaps Porzingis, probably. Yeah, like he probably should. He probably should. Y'all want to talk about Rose? Y'all want to talk about all this stuff? He was the number one option on his team, and he was an all-star. Let's talk about it.
this year.
Come on now.
I'll give you that.
Since y'all talking about y'all want to talk about all-star, all NBA, and Rose stuff,
I'll give you
all of
that. I'll
those.
give you-
You
I
give
would-
it to Laurie.
I would put Laurie
I'll
above
give you-
Evan Mobley right now too. That might be a push.
No.
I put Laurie.
Yeah, that's definitely a push.
I'll put Laurie
I
up
don't know
there.
what you're talking about.
No, bro. Y'all, I think y'all we devaluing defense and how
I
this
have
is like
JJ
Nobody's
Jeremiah.
devaluing
this
him.
is like I'm talking about with Evan Mobley and Jaren Jackson Jr. This is close to like this is they transformed their defense just by being there, bro. They transformed them. Like Evan Mobley he anchored a top
Evan
5
Mobley
defense in
hasn't
the NBA.
improved on the offensive end, bro. That's why he's
I'm
so
not
low.
even talking about pushing him up on his list. He sucks on offense. You're not gonna hear it from me. He's trash. But go ahead. You said
Eight, I have Mobley.
Mhm.
7, I have Cat. 6, I have Jaren. 5, I have Randall. 4, I have Siakam. 3, I have Zion. I know that you're about to munch on that. 2, I have AD, and 1, I have Giannis.
no one's gonna munch. He doesn't play. Like that's just a simple fact. Like
Bro, when you player for player, when we think about it, first off, we had Kawhi number 4 on the list, bro.
I
Like,
had
come on,
Kawhi.
bro.
But yeah.
Bro, okay, so if you can have Kawhi that high on your list, I can have Zion that high on my list. And I don't care what anybody says. Zion Williamson is the 3rd best power forward in the league. I don't
He's
care if
never
we're
touched
talking
the
about
playoffs.
injuries.
He's never
Huh?
touched the playoffs. Kawhi is that high because he's amazing in the playoffs. He already has his reputation made. Zion has not even touched the playoffs yet.
So give me all the power forwards better than Zion Williamson.
Player for player, I'm with you. I would admit that he's the top 3 power forward in the game. Player for player, but he does not play.
So what's wrong with my list? What we talking about?
No, you said I was about to munch you, but my whole entire point with Zion is that he doesn't play. I got him 3 on my list too, but like you could put Pascal over him just because he plays more. But what'd you say?
No, I didn't put Pascal over him because all of the teams do matter. The Raptors don't have the skill that the Pelicans do, but when Zion Williamson was playing, he was the 1st seed in the West, buddy.
I don't know why you keep bringing it up. He was the 1st seed for like 2 days. Like, I don't know why you keep bringing it up. They were really hovering around the 4th spot. I don't know why you keep bringing it up. But
first off, the West was so compact this year. Like, what are we talking about?
So stop saying he was number 1. That's not.
He was.
The Nuggets
though.
were the number 1 for the entire season. The Nuggets were the number 1 for the entire season, basically.
All right, my bad. They're like number 2.
Everybody else got injured, not because they was going to be the best team. Literally, everybody they was hovering around 4. Portland was number 1 for like the first month. Then like everybody started switching. The Pelicans was up there. Zion got hurt. Then the Suns was up there. Booker got hurt. Only reason why the Nuggets was number 1 seed because everybody was getting hurt.
Why are we putting Julius Randle over Cat? Somebody pitch that to me.
Did he have a better season than Cat last year?
Yeah, Cat didn't play. That was 1 year though.
Did he have a better season than Cat last year?
Do we do 1 year rankings? Do we do 1 year rankings? Because we don't do that. Because I don't.
He has a better season than Julius Randle the past 3 years.
No, stop. What? Hold on. Let me go look at.
No, stop what?
It was kind of hard for me to place Cat.
You said you talking about his 1 season? His 1 season? Because that's 1 season.
Last 3 years, Julius Randle versus Cat. Who's been better?
Cat, for sure.
Based off
That's not a
what?
question.
Based
Based
off
off playing basketball. I'm about to get to the. We can get to
Max, how do you
the
feel about that?
What?
How do you feel about that?
I just got to factor in roles, man. That's about it. I don't. I think again. I do think their roles.
Yeah,
Their roles do kind of come into effect here. I agree because Cat's got a little more help with Anthony Edwards, but I'm not high on Julius Randle as a player. So maybe
They literally have the same faults,
You're
bro.
putting Cat over Julius Randle.
They literally have the same faults. But Cat in 2020, 2021 was 25 and 10. He was 25 and 11 the next year later. And then this year he averaged 20 points, but he was injured the entire season. But like, you're not gonna tell me Julius Randle's been better than Cat for the past 3 years. And everybody's rankings, he's been over Cat forever, bro. Like I don't know what we're talking about. We're starting to overhype Julius Randle. Julius Randle was not good, bro.
Yeah, Julius Randle averaged 20 last year.
Past 3 years.
Yeah, Julius Randle's not good.
Julius Randle averaged 20 last year.
Huh? What about the season before?
Last year he averaged 20. Yeah, I mean when Cat plays more than 30 games, he's put up over
last 3 years. Julius Randle has been an All-Star and All-NBA player twice. Cat has not.
25 and 11, 25 and 10.
So you give him 2 years?
Like bro. Nah, I'm not doing that.
We literally just said we're not giving injury excuses, but now we giving injury excuses.
You're saying for playoffs.
No, I'm saying Cat didn't play it. Cat barely played this year. That's what I'm saying.
That's not
you
fair.
asking me who had a better year this year. He didn't play.
That's not Julius Randle's fault.
You're taking 3 full seasons of Julius Randle and 2 full seasons of Cat. That's not fair.
Well, I'm taking all 3 years.
No,
but I'm saying
Cat
Cat didn't
years,
play 1 year.
Julius
So you're only taking 2 Cat years because he didn't play this year. He played 29 games. You're not making All-Star team in 29 games.
Cat is a better player than Julius Randle.
That's not Julius Randle's fault.
But you can't. So just take the last two. Take the 2 years beside that. Give it an even comparison.
Julius
That makes no
Randle's
sense,
still been better.
huh?
Julius Randle's still been better.
Like I'm sorry. Like that makes like that's not a good. That's a weird argument.
Bro, averaged
Julius Randle's
27
still
and
been
11.
better. How's it weird? You said take the 2. It's still, if it's 2 years, it's Julius Randle's still been better.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. I don't think like. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think you're gonna find anybody list any list with
Julius Randle averaged
Julius
20
Randle be better than
points last
Cat.
year.
I don't. That's like I don't know. I
Randle
guess
averaged
though,
20
if you want to
points
do it off
last
of
year.
last season, yeah, I guess.
But that you're choosing, you're right now, you're choosing to use a bad Julius Randle year instead of taking the 2 years where he was all-star and all-NBA player just to fix the
But you're
argument.
Agenda
using a year
pushers,
where
bro. We're doing a podcast
Cat
with agenda
literally
pushers, bro.
didn't play. That's
Yeah,
like saying
both in the middle of in the middle of both those 3 years, one had a bad season and one didn't play. They both had a bad year. The other 2 years where they both played, who's been better?
is being injured having a bad year?
Did he play
What?
well or not?
What
Did he play well or not?
is being injured having a bad year?
Did he play or not?
I'm asking, is being injured having a bad year?
Did he play or not?
He played 29 games.
You talking about Zion?
No,
Was he-
Cat.
Was his 29 games he played this year better than the year that Julius Randle had last year?
Last year being what? The year that just finished?
Julius Randle had a bad year last year. So let's cut that. Let's cut out Julius Randle bad year. Same way we about to cut out Cat's injury year. The 2 fully healthy seasons. Who's been better?
Yeah, I'll take Cat.
He was all NBA in 2021, 2022, by the way, as well.
He got 3 All-Star appearances. I'll take Cat still.
He was all NBA as well. I don't know why you're trying to.
Last 3 years, what has Cat been compared to what Julius Randle has been?
No,
Don't
they
give me
both
a-
made all NBA. They both made all
Julius
NBA.
Randle
I'm talking about the year. You talking about the year? Did they make all NBA in the same season, or am I tripping?
Yeah, I think 2021. Maybe I'm thinking.
Wait, he made it. Julius Randle made it in 2020, 2021, or 2021.
I'm trying to make sure. Trying to have my stuff up.
2021. The first year, his second year on the Knicks, and then he made it last year.
Yeah, their numbers are pretty similar. It's basically just a who would you rather have.
I'm not like.
And now that you saying that it's silly to go off this whole tangent on some. It's clearing if it's similar numbers. You barking up for what?
I'm just confused. It's a weird argument to say. It's like saying LeBron's obviously better than Luka because he has rings. Well, he also played 14 more years.
That's not
It
the
makes
same.
no
That's not
sense.
even. That's not
Yeah,
even.
that was
pathetic.
pathetic.
I'm just saying,
That was
That was
crazy.
actually
That was the worst
basketball.
question
Like,
I've ever heard.
If
If
you were given 70 games and you still messed up, that's your fault. If you were given 30 games and got injured and didn't play well, how is that like? I'm not really using that against you as much. Playoffs, I don't know. I don't know. What we're talking about dropping with playoffs.
Did it look like Cat was gonna have an All NBA season in the start of the season playing for Minnesota this year?
I mean, no, but like they made the playoffs the other day. You trade for Rudy Gobert. Like, I don't get what like the argument is. Like, it makes no sense. I don't think it makes any sense to say like then their bad years. Julius Randle obviously played worse if he played 70 games and still put up that. I think Cat would definitely average more if he played more than 29 basketball games. But
I don't know, bro.
maybe
I just
that's
never
crazy.
like as like a consensus opinion. I really never heard Julius Randle over
Julius
Cat.
Randle
I've never
better.
heard that. I've just never heard that.
I don't think people have really talked about it. But moving on from Latif, we kind of hear what Latif's problems are with this list. Max Q, what would you fix if you were to touch anything?
My biggest thing would just be JJ higher. That's it.
I'll leave it exactly how it is.
Hey, oh my gosh. All right, we can see.